What was the scene in the locker room just now? Did you get another shower?
I didn't get a shower, so we're learning to handle success, and that's good. But they're pretty even keel considering that, and we've been talking about this weekend's obviously going to be a big one for. I said, hey, people care about you. We got this big deal on Saturday, but we got to make sure we stay in our routine. And win or lose tonight, we got to flip around and play Saturday at 1, so it's coming pretty quick. So they were good.
Can you talk about the offense and what kind of allowed you guys to maybe break out of the three-point slump with 11 of 21 tonight?
You know what, we like I said, with the team we were, and kind of our identity was a quick team that turn you over, and we struggled offensively for sure. But and that's kind of we wanted to establish our identity that way. But without Marvin, without Jalen, without Tony, I said we got good players there. Like I said, we're just a different team, and some of them can shoot the ball. So it's like DJ's been in and out trying to do that, but he's been good for us, and he had an extended role. He did a good job, and Gervais' defense and just kind of shortened rotation. And I don't know, it was nice to see the ball go in.
Have you beat a top 10 team in your career before?
I'm not sure. Maybe got Gonzaga. I don't know if they ever when we got them in their contact. Yeah, definitely top 25s, but got Villanova when I was at Columbia. I don't think they were ranked though. I'd like to just throw that out there that we got Villanova. But I know you'd have to look it up. I think we got Gonzaga when they're ranked, but it might have been 11. But that's great. Never as a head coach, I don't believe.
Did you really feel the energy of the crowd tonight with the students back?
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and I think it should be even better Saturday. I imagine it's going to be good, and I hope our guys can handle it. But it's a nice venue, actually. I'm excited to. I think we got a good home court advantage. Just when it's give me more snow. Get those guys. I'm all for it. I love the snow, and I'm sure you come in here and you're like, and that place is cold and walk through everything. So I know as a player, you come in here, you don't really want to do it, and have some students there, and they make some noise, and it was exciting.
I know you guys have had highs and lows when it comes to the injuries so far this year, and some of the shooting problems, and then coming into this one, there were some points where Oregon looked like they might just come back, but can you just speak on the team's resilience and
you know what, we did a great job of just trying to keep those guys in front of it. I think that's one of the best perimeters in the country, obviously one of the best offensive teams, and for the most part we did. And even with Pritchard, he's hard. You're not going to keep him out of the paint the whole game, and I just thought we provided good help, and he's probing baseline, and we were able to. He'd kick it out. We were able to close out on most of those guys and defended the three pretty well. But I think it was really just Gervais, like I said, Gervais did a good job on him. And then, we're asking Isaac to do a lot. He's got to handle the ball for 36 minutes against press, and then guard Pritchett, and he did a good job. And then got Gervais in there at the end, and Noah did a good job. So it was really tickled with him.
What do you think maybe specifically Bonton did well on Pritchard?
I just try to keep him in front, and you know what? That's the head of the snake for them. He's one of the best point guards in the country, and they're both from the Portland area, and it's really proud that Isaac, first time this level, competing against him, and I'm sure he's played against him before, and held his own, and when it's a point guard, it's like quarterback. You keep track of wins and losses. So that's the only thing I care about. And he turned over 6 times, but he just had a good way about him. He just hung in there defensively and kept our team afloat. Made some big baskets, big plays.
And we've seen like highs and lows when it comes to 3-pointers this season too. What's your 3-point philosophy so far this season?
If you can shoot, put it, let it go. I mean, I don't. Like I said, I think there's we're so intensive, worried about getting our defense where it can be competitive and rebounding. I'm telling you, most of our practice, we weren't focusing enough on that. It's hard, and I just didn't want to. I usually would put out a team that whatever. I like coaching offense. I like seeing the ball go in the basket, but I know what that looks like when you go in early November and you're like, oh, it's hard to recover on the defense end. So. I think teams get better as the season offensively, January and February. Hopefully we are. And again, we're a different team, but I do think we have a little more. We can put more shooting out there, and makes us a little better. The more shooting you get out there, it kind of your whole team. Everyone gets a little easier look because it just stretches the defense. Jazz came in and made a couple big ones for us.
You talked about reining in defensively a couple of days ago. Was this what it looked like?
Yeah, no. We gave up 88 on Saturday, and we said we got to get back. It's about getting back to what we know. You just can't you can't win if you're not going to guard in this league and this level. So just reordering our mindset. And, and I told our guys, I said, we didn't have the right game plan going to Stanford. I let them down a little bit because we were trying to pressure them a little bit, and that was a bad idea.
And could you sense that the kind of the Klay Thompson week buzz played a little part in?
Maybe it did. I didn't sense that, but I just know that CJ had a great bounce back, had the right attitude. Him and Isaac were talking right. I overheard them talking like, "Hey, we can't press. We can't make it all happen at once." And that was actually, I borrowed Pat Chun's poem that he read to the staff department yesterday. But it kind of just, the idea was do your job and do what you're capable of doing, and good things will happen. So it was awesome.
Now, going off of Klay coming this weekend, has he spoken with the team, or does he plan to speak?
Yes, we're planning on he's going to come by hopefully tomorrow, obviously, depending on his schedule. And they asked me, do you want him to speak before, after? I said, he shows up, I'll stop practice. Don't worry. So he deserves that. And he gets it, man. He gets what Pullman's about, and I think he really treasures his time spent here. And obviously I'm sure he helps in recruiting, but guys like CJ, like all our guys, are just want to make him proud, and he does. He gets this place.
Now, earlier this week in your presser, you had mentioned you're looking to run a smaller rotation tonight against Oregon, around 7 people. Looks like you ran around 8 people tonight. Does that really boost the morale for how banged up this team is and how just everyone has each other's backs going into games?
Yeah, no, I think it did, and everyone has a different role. And I didn't know, and like in the locker room, I told Teron played well down at Stanford, and we might need him Saturday. And you need to keep your head up, man. That's a tough role to play, where he had 4 threes down there and didn't get an opportunity. But I said, just be ready. We know what you can do. Our nickname for him is Uzi. He's ready to let that thing flick. So we're all about it. We might need him.
Now, you obviously dealt with Pritchard tonight, held him to a little over 20 points. You have Tinkle coming in from Oregon State, as well as a great shot blocking defense. How do you really plan around that as opposed to facing a great perimeter shooting team tonight?
I better get him ready tomorrow practice, because I hadn't been thinking about him much, but I've seen him play, and Tinkle's, he's him and Pritchard are just great for college basketball. They're 4-year guys. You're a Pac-12 fan. You've been able to follow their careers, and I think CJ being a lefty, Tinkle being a lefty, it's a good mark for CJ's a sophomore, but he'll probably match up with him, and that'll be a good matchup, and see how that goes.
The team went 11 turnovers in the first half and got it down to just 4 in the second half. What do you attribute that improvement to?
You know what? I just thought we're usually pretty good there, and I was concerned. We're down 3.5, and I told our team, I said, "Gosh, we're taking care of the ball. We might be up 6, 7." Because we just, like I said, we turned it over against Sam Duarte or whatever, and our guys just watched him go dunk. I was like, "Yeah, save yourselves," because we weren't running him down. And we just gave him like 8 to 10 points, off the press, and it just that's their focus. All I talked about was transition D and taking care of the ball. I said, if we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance. If not, we have no chance.
In a game like this, where you guys are depleted injury-wise, for sure, how much do you take pride in kind of the discipline of your philosophy of nerd ball? Did you see it kind of come through tonight?
It was. It's and everyone makes about the analytics and. The one analytics piece is like, we've been on DJ not being ready to play, had a bad run at Stanford, but where the score goes the right way when he's been in the game, and that's like, you can't, if anyone's watching, like, he doesn't do a lot of things, but he does a lot of subtle things, and I said, I got to stick with him and Noah, same thing, and they did it again tonight. And yeah, it also takes, you're part of something bigger than yourself, all right? The media people are going to ask, I wish we would won. Casey Jacobson, you need CJ to score tonight, and I wanted to win without him scoring. He could have it, but we didn't have him. I'm glad he did it. But you don't want to be that dependent on one person, and hey, we got to get his scoring every night to have a chance to win. Hopefully that's not the case, but a guy like that can step in and make some things happen is great.
For program's first top 10 win since 2007. In a week like this, where there's a lot of excitement going on around your team and the football team, just as a school, how exciting is it to get this win?
It's great. I'd want to do it for Coach Rolo. I thought welcome at a little homecoming or his welcome committee here. But did they announce him at halftime? They did, yeah. Good. Or give him a little aloha.
And just how much does this help, I guess, to create and kind of uplift reputation in Pac-12 and confidence?
I think everything. I think just having Klay come back here is great. Just that he cares about this place and trying to get our footprint and just poke our heads above water. But it is really nice to. There's been some good momentum. I told our guys it's neat they're doing this. People care about us. Let's just play hard and see what happens. And to have a win like this will just only hopefully improve recruiting and everything else.